Have you ever felt as if God was leading you in a certain direction, yet there was no discernible evidence of His presence? Perhaps there was a prompting in your heart to take one path over another, or to choose one option among many that were given, but when you began to walk it out, you felt as if you were traveling alone? There's a verse tucked away in the Psalms that speaks to this, that tells of God's presence even when it can't be seen. In Psalm 77, we see an overwhelmed man who is crying out to the Lord in the midst of a very difficult season in his life, and yet there seemed to be silence from the throne. In verse 10, there is a change in his thinking, and instead of asking God to show Himself in the psalmist's current situation, he looks back on where he could see the Lord in the past. This strengthened his faith in his Heavenly Father and reminded him that God would never leave him. As the psalm comes to a close, the writer goes all the way back to when the Almighty led the children of Israel out of bondage in Egypt through Moses. Psalm 77:19 tells us, "Your path led through the sea, your way through the mighty waters, though your footprints were not seen." Although there are times when we may not be able to clearly see God moving in our lives, we know that He is always with us and always at work. Though His footprints may be unseen, He is always present.